What does sound like to y'all? Just listen. Do y'all remember the R&B singer from the 90s, like the 2000s, Sammy? Y'all remember little Sammy? I like the way is that how I like it, girl? Don't you know I like it? That's Sammy, right? Um, Listen to this.
Like to discuss things before it goes off the deep end so that I can be like, got it. Okay. So that is what we're going to do. It's going to be a whole Inspector Gadget type of situation. Okay. So for those of you who do not know who Sammy is, okay, Sammy is a R&B singer from way back in the day, childhood singer, who was well known in the industry, and he disappeared. Okay, as he got older, he walked away from the industry. He was not really making music.
Cause he went to school, he used that money and he went to college. Sammy got educated because he was a little kid star. Yeah, then when Sammy came back out singing, he was a grown man, but Sammy was educated. Anyway, go ahead.
You'll see him here and there on social media, which, as we know, is one of those things where it kind of makes us look at you a little bit, us people over here. All right. Walked away. But as of recently, he's more vocal. He's doing more interviews. He's speaking out a
Cause
lot,
he
promoting
grown
his
now. He
music.
was a kid
He's a
then.
little bit more active than what he normally is in the industry. All right. And now that he's back in the industry, things are happening. Now that he's talking more and he's making his point more, and he's, trying to put his name back out there in the forefront and on tour and doing different things, dark things are beginning to happen. Okay. So his mother,
What kind of dark
and
thing?
this is going to be one of those, huh, way, way back, Amber, way, way back. Okay. His mother, this is his mother in the center. All right.
She looked
So
like
one
him.
day she's driving down the road. All right. And she felt as though that people were following her. Now, we can say, like I said, this is a show of
She felt people was following her. Come on, Ti family. What this sound like? Let's listen.
Inspector Gadget. Let's see if we can find out. Okay. This can be mental health.
Why the fuck do it have to be mental health? Why the fuck can't people be following her like the fuck she said? Why the fuck is it mental health? No, she said a motherfucker was following her. This lady done had her since we ain't never seen Sammy mama in the limelight. Sammy done been popular. We ain't never seen his mama pop out. So why does it have to be mental health now? Fuck out of here.
But
And I hope Sammy ain't got back in this industry and put your mama in it. But no, I believe that, they probably is going after her. They just like they motherfucking chose you and me for no fucking reason. People just started following you out the blue. No, there's no mental health. That fucking shit happens.
she says that she was driving down the road when they arrested her, and they asked her, why did she do this crime? She says she was driving down the road and she saw that they were people that were following her. So she began to shoot out of the car, where the other woman with the blonde streaks, she gets shot and she died.
I ain't trying to laugh at that shit. It's not funny because I don't want nobody to die. But was that a motherfucking gang stalker who was playing with her and you ran up on the wrong motherfucking talking individual? Like I said, you don't know who people are. While y'all putting y'all life at risk, going around here doing these dumbass antics, following and chasing people, look what the fuck you got. Sammy mama didn't know. Now that's fucked up because now Sammy done lost his mama, which was a sacrifice of Sammy trying to get back in this business. It could be a sacrifice indirectly. They fuck with your mama and your mama don't know shit about what's going on. And Sammy mama from down south, she busting that motherfucker. She busting. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I didn't have a gun or none of us had guns. We just started busting at people without trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. You see what I'm saying? That could have easily been us. But thank God that we had that God gave us the mindset to not react. To of course it freaks you out. It's scary a little bit. People, you wonder how do they have access to you? Why do they keep popping up everywhere you go? But God kept us safe by keeping us from reacting. Cause at first I didn't have a pistol. I probably would have shot at them. I was throwing all kind of stuff out at their ass on the expressway. I had a ashtray full of nickels, pennies, water bottles. Yeah, somebody pissed me off on the expressway, suddenly trying to brake check me. I jumped in front of him and threw that whole thing of nickels out there. I was wilding. Yeah, and imagine if I had a pistol, I could have easily been Sammy Mama. Easy.
Okay. And now this woman, now his mom is in jail. I think it's for second-degree murder.
Messed up.
Okay. And now Sammy is out and about. He's doing the interviews. He's posting on social media. He's more vocal. And he's being seen a lot now. All right. Now, as you guys know, over here, we look at things like this with the side eye, like, okay, all right, now this happened. But then this is when my antenna started to go up. Literally a week later. And you guys know there's a stage that these artists go through when they are making a switch. And these deals are being cut. And there are certain things that have to be handled. Their name begins to float a lot with bad publicity. Would you all agree? Press one if you would agree with that. Their name will begin to circulate with a lot of publicity. They will begin to be seen in a negative light. There will be stages of humiliation. There will be stages of crime, murder. There will be stages of sexual things. There will be things that's going to happen back to back.
And just like we said, see, they weren't doing all this in the 90s. They was doing weird stuff. But when Sammy first came out in the 2000s and stuff, he was a little kid. They done changed up the rituals. They done changed up some stuff. You know what I'm saying? They done waited till his mama got older. You know, maybe she is fucking with drugs. I don't know. But, you know, Sammy trying to get in this industry. And, you know, that's a sacrifice to them. Now, whether he with it or not, because you could, the further you go, kind of like in Devil's Advocate, Keanu Reeves didn't sacrifice his wife. He didn't voluntarily give her up, but he did when he didn't know it. When the more he was successful in winning those cases in Devil's Advocate, the more he sacrificed his wife indirectly. The more the devil was taken from him with that wife. You know what I'm saying? So this could be, Sammy might not be trying to sacrifice his mama, but the more and the further he go in this industry, you know, because the game done changed. It's not like it used to be in the 2000s and the 90s, boo. They doing some more vile shit. So, yeah. And she probably, you know what I'm saying, was a little unstable. Maybe she is messing with drugs. Maybe. But, you know, when you messing with drugs, you unstable. And it's easy to pick you off. That's why, you know what I'm saying, you can't be out there like that. They used to catch me off guard, catch me on days where I'm out on Pop the E, I'm on X, you know what I'm saying, come fucking with me and I'm wilding out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because whatever energy you on, you know, it's to the 100 power when you off E. That's when my gang stalking first started about 7-8 years ago. Yeah, they caught me. They luckily I had no gun, but they still caught me. I acted a motherfucking fool. I did. Them devils had me out there wilding. And she just so happened to be somebody that they caught off guard, tried to pick off, and she had a pistol. And let their ass have it. And she definitely in her right for somebody to be following and stalking and harassing her. Now, all they looking at it as like, oh, you just shooting at this lady randomly. Look at that lady over there. Don't she look like she get high? Don't she look like she, I'm not saying she deserved to die, but she definitely looked like a portal that demons can hop in and out of. I'm talking about the girl, not the mama. Right. And you let them control you, which most of these young people do. Definitely sign up for this gang stalking and let these demons jump in and out of them. And they walk in bodies for the entity. And a lot of times they get picked off too. I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to include the link. I'm going to include the link in this video box. But it's Sunday. I'm not watching the Super Bowl because I'm not into football. I just got out the hospital. I'm happy that I'm home. I've been in the hospital for a long time. I did 12 days first because I had a blood infection from gallstones. And now I have my gallbladder out. So I just had my gallbladder surgery out. Like, when did they do it? Today's Sunday. I just had it. They did it Friday. So I'm fresh home healing. And I'm not watching no Super Bowl. But yeah, check it out. I just find these stories, I find them interesting in the least because we could see right through this shit. Yeah, but I'm gonna put the link in the description box.
So literally, right after this comes out, another woman comes out. She used to be a stripper back in the day. Okay? Stage of humiliation. And she comes out to say that she met up with Sammy. Okay? For some reason, this woman decides to make a video on TikTok, which many people do, randomly, out of nowhere. And she says that he contacted her after seeing her online when she was a stripper. Okay? And they began to conversate. She said that she was, infatuated with him when he was younger. They both were young. So she was kind of, in.
Say he contacted her. Man, you could dissect that many ways. That bitch could be a honeypot too. You know what I'm saying? It's just some setup type shit.
To get be contacted by Sammy. Now, she did not drop a name. She says that they end up meeting up. They end up meeting up at Lord, what's going on over here? They end up meeting up on the side, and he invites her to his house, where she says that she sat down with him and it made her very uncomfortable because he had asked her to strip naked and run through the woods as if he's chasing her.
What?
Now, remember I said she never dropped a name. Never dropped a name. What she did do is, as people asking her, who is it? 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 She won't say who it is, but this is what she did do. She went down in the comments, and every time people said Sammy, 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 she would go by and she would like their comments. Anybody else?
Okay, I've heard enough. I'm gonna stop it.
Do that, okay? So the conclusion came that she was talking about Sammy.
So I record this.
Sammy then responds and tell her stop lying. Okay. Now, what I will tell y'all is this: when things